Hi, Mark here. Thursday, February the 26th. It's 9:20 a.m. Eastern, 2:20 p.m. GMT. Let's have a look at the US dollar performance today. Gap lower to open. US dollar has fought back though. I've got support at 97.41. I've got resistance at 97.70. Buyers will be looking to test that level if we see US dollar strength through the US session. If we see a continuation of yesterday's sell-off, sellers will look to bounce down off this resistance level and look back down at the 97.41 support. But for now, US dollar looking strong as the US session does get underway. Let's have a look at the majors. There you see small red candlestick, gap higher to start, but US dollar strength earlier on. I've got support at 117.92. I've got resistance at 118.30, sitting in the middle of that range for now. If I zoom in on the hourly, there you can see US dollar had a strong start all the way down to that support level. There's the fight back from the euro. US dollar gave up some gains late in the European session, going into the US session. Now hang around in the middle of that range. Sellers of euro, buyers of US dollar strength will be looking down at this support area. Let's have a look at the pound against the US. Similar looking pattern, red candlestick for now, although EMAs have crossed to the upside. I've got a higher high and higher low. That would be buying pound, selling US dollar. But US dollar started off strong. If I zoom in on the hourly, there you'll see strong US dollar earlier on, down to support at 135.20. US dollar has given up gains since then. That would be buying pound, selling US, and like the euro, sitting in the middle of the range for now at 135.40. Buyers of pound, sellers of US dollar weakness would be looking up at this resistance level. Continuation of dollar strength, like we saw earlier, would look down, sellers would look down at the 135.20 support level. US dollar against the yen. And you can see strong US dollar again. It was sold off earlier. There's the wickets left behind. I've got resistance at 156.23. I've got support at 155.69. If I zoom in on the hourly, we'll see the earlier sell-off. There you go. But you can see US dollar fighting its way back now and sitting close to the resistance level at 156.23. Buyers of US dollar strength will see a test of this resistance level, looking higher and to break above this intraday resistance. If we get a turnaround from strong to weak US dollar, sellers of US, buyers of yen will look to bounce down off this level, of this resistance, and look down at support at 155.69. Look to break below the 156 level. But for now, US dollar looking strong. And let's have a look at the US against the Canadian. Sorry, there we go. There you can see US dollar strength testing intraday resistance for now. I've got support at 136.89 and I've got resistance at 136.93. Looking to test that 136.93, looking to test the 137 level and to get higher. US dollar on the front foot against the Canadian for now. Buyers will be looking to test, break, and go above this current level. Sellers of US, buyers of Canadian, if we do see a turnaround, sellers will look to bounce down off this area close to the 137 and look back down at support at the 136.57. But US dollar looking strong going into the US session now. We'll see whether that can be maintained or if we're going to get another turnaround. We have our support and resistance levels to work with. Good trading.